Hi, it's Dr. Amanda from StraightSmile Solutions. Today we're going to talk about adjusting labial bows. And if you have a Hawley retainer, labial bows are really useful. This is kind of how we moved teeth, minor tooth movements, before aligners were invented. So we've been doing this for hundreds of years, and it's a really economical way to have some minor tooth movement. Lab fee on a basic Hawley, and this is a little bit more of a blinged out Hawley, but is maybe somewhere around $75 to $125, depending on how much you bling it out, how much you customize it. So this is a labial bow right here. Let's turn it around, okay? And usually it goes from canine to canine, okay? Now, to tighten a labial bow, you're gonna need two major pliers to adjust it. The first one is called a three-prong plier. As you can see here, okay, as you can see here, it has 3 prongs. Easy to know. The opposite, or the inverse of the three-prong plier, and both of these you should have if you're gonna be messing with Hawleys, is called a bird beak plier. So a bird beak plier, if you can see, has a rounded tip and also has a square tip. So it has 2 tips, one is round and one is square. That's why it's called bird beak, okay? So to tighten the with the three-prong plier, you want to find your U-loops, 1, 2, okay? And then you're going to put the doubles on the top and the singles on the bottom, see that? Okay? And when you do this, this will tighten. Same thing on the other side. You want to tighten ever so small, okay? Just a tiny little squeeze. Sometimes I'll even tighten just by squeezing with my fingers. Sometimes I'll even tighten, if I want to, just by taking the bird beak and compressing it like that. A little bit goes a long way with tightening. You only need to tighten if, when you try it in the mouth, if there's clearly a gap between the incisors and the bow. The bow should be touching the incisors, but it shouldn't be pushing on it super hard. You just want it lightly touching the incisors to be passive. And if you want it active, you give it a tiny squeeze with the three-prong plier. And that's pretty much it. Now, that is what you do if you want to retract teeth, pull them back or close a gap. But that's only gonna happen on the top arch if you have place to put them, okay? So when you have a Hawley like this, there is acrylic right here, see? And there's a space between the teeth and the acrylic. The teeth cannot move if the acrylic is well adapted to the incisors. So with the top teeth, first of all, you have to see if there's even overjet. If you get a bite, I'm gonna show you an example what I mean by this. Let's get in a model, okay? If you get a bite, say like this, okay? And if you look here, the bottom teeth are hitting the incisors. As a matter of fact, if you got a piece of articulating paper and put it right here, bit down and all around, you would see marks up here. If you see marks up here, cannot retract teeth with a Hawley. It's impossible, because there's no place for them to go because they're hitting the bottom teeth. The only time you can close a diastema or retract teeth with a Hawley is if there's overjet, okay? So not possible in this case. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they think they can close a space or retract incisors. Bottom teeth shouldn't be a problem because usually, unless you have a negative overjet, if you have a positive overjet, it shouldn't be a problem retracting bottom teeth and closing a gap with a Hawley. So anyways, that is your trick. Remember, you're gonna need a bird beak and a three-prong plier, okay? And articulating paper is also really helpful. If you need to remove acrylic, you can just get a really skinny acrylic burr and get in there and remove a little bit of acrylic. A tiny bit at a time goes a long way. Adjust this with the three-prong. Wear it for a couple weeks to a month, and then repeat. Always check with articulating paper to see if there's still clearance to do that. And that is my trick on how to use Hawleys to close spaces. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.